Hi, good day. Today's the 12th of January 2023, and I woke up like 4 hours ago, had a blunt, relaxed my head a bit, and I was thinking about the lots of projects I had today, project I would want to get working on, and the things I would achieve today. So there I was thinking, and I said, okay, what would be today's gist? And I hit up a blunt bit, relaxed up, and I said I would share the topic I had. I discussed something with a friend that was early. Okay, that was last weekend. No, yeah, last weekend on a Sunday. So I could simply say Sundays. Yeah, Sunday is the weekend. So we woke up that morning and she made mention of going to church. Do you go to church? And I was like, no, I don't go to church. She's not like, why? And then she said, wow, that's, well, why? Why for me? For her, it was more of, she wants to have a personal relationship with her creator. And so she rather just stays alone and, have that personal, time. Maybe meditation, prayer, call whatever you can, but she just prefers spending those time alone. So she's not this church going person who would want to go to church and be in those social gathering. And then she asked what was it like for me? And I told her that for a very long time I stopped going to church. I'm not a what's it called again? I'm not a Christian anymore. And then she was like, oh, yes, I've said something. You said you're an atheist, like, do you think the world would be, like, the world would just form by itself? There has to be a creator. I said, yes, I acknowledge there have to be a creator. I said some atheists, I wouldn't want to insult them because, there's a point. There was a point that I was there. So I think it's the more you know, the more you learn, the more you understand, your concept changes. So I won't hate anybody for reasoning things based on the limited or biased information they have at their disposal. But then as an atheist, there was a point in my life I felt there was no creator. And I just felt, I was actually going through those Big Bang story that I didn't ever buy it for once. But there was a point that I discredited or I disregarded or I completely would null the existence or the idea that there is an existence of a creator. And that was then. So I've learned better with the complexity of life, different animals, different species, the minerals, the geographic toplands, the savannah, the spring, the Atlantical, the different weather, the way the world is structured. There have to be a creator, right? But what I did not give into it's the religious aspect because I feel there was a point everyone started coming up with their own description of what a creator means. And the only reason why a Christian would be a very firm Christian is if they grew up in a Christian background and have stayed in that Christian background and have not allowed, they've not moved around, they've not allowed themselves to be, taught new things. I come from a family where both parents were devoted Christians. We do morning devotions in the morning, we do evening devotions before we go to bed. Like, it was this kind of family, over dedicated kind of family where I'll be told to preach today and then another person preach the next day. So we're basically not just having morning sections, but we basically have to read the Bible so we could know what word we'll be sharing on our next gathering. So you see the amount of Christian-like kind of vibes, right? Now, while growing up, I saw certain things that did not make sense to me, such as we the Christians then were living more in fear, right? Like we're living in fear. Everything about Christianity is fear, but they wouldn't want to acknowledge it. Now we're living in fear that, first of all, that the trumpet to blow one day, we all go to hell or hellfire, heaven or hellfire. So if you're not good, or you're not in good times with God when the trumpet blow, you're going to hellfire where you'll be burnt for years, and you'll be in anguish and you'll be crying. And then you see people who come with their horn speaker, they're just telling you every single day how you burn to ashes if you do not, or how you keep burning forever if you do not give in to their religion, which is accept Christ. And then you now see them still living in fear. Anything that happens, they're shouting the blood of Jesus. If a bird just lands on their window, they're already casting the bird, they're already binding the bird. If something happens to them, they're already pointing one of their, sibling, one of their relative, and they feel someone is the one winching them. Like they're basically always thinking some other person wants to tie their destiny. Some other person is the one responsible for whatever misfortune they have, and then whenever it's something good, it is their their creator, because that's the perception of the creator. And then my parents would always, because my mom had a church, so my parents would always do this thing, which every church does. It's not them in particular. We do what we call a testimony time. So any church you go to, you see where they say testimony time. People come up and tell you every good thing that's happened to them in their life, and the nicest thing that have happened, and they'll never let you, like, that testimony time is just to encourage other people and let them know that things good can be coming, right? And they don't let people who in that same congregation to talk about the bad things. Like if they allow everybody in church to talk, and people come and tell you how business is going bad, how they have not paid their house rent, how things are going for the worst. But like I said, nobody would give you the what is it called again, the opportunity to do that. So in churches, that testimony time was just nothing more but come and share your good news with us. And funny enough, in a group of people, even if you don't go to church, if you're in a house where nobody goes to church, if you're in a compound, if you're in a place where they don't know what church is, as you guys are progressing, good things will keep on happening to people and bad things will keep on happening to people. So it's always like that. Now when you guys are in a church, it's now different. It's now for the pastor to now pick the good things that have happened to people, which is the people who had good experience. Give them a microphone. They'll not tell you those are good experience. People will not take offering and go and give that same pastor, accredit it as well for this good thing to do their creator, and then also let you know someone is knocking. Continue this other episode, or continue the episode later.